Battle for Bihar. Nitish is seeking a new mandate with emotive rhetoric reflecting the debate on performance. Nitish Kumar, the CM of Bihar, is trying to create a new mandate with emotive rhetoric reflecting the debate on performance, and he's also approaching the situation in an emotional way so that he could divert the people away from his past actions. The assembly election in Bihar will be taking place in unprecedented circumstances over three phases in the last week of November and the last week of October and the first week of November. So the elections in Bihar, this time when they take place, they'll take place they'll take place in a new situation, a situation which has never been there before. So in such situations, elections will be taken place, and they'll be happening at the first week of November and the last week of October. This will be the first assembly election since COVID-19 disrupted normal life, and the performance of the governments on the health and the economic fronts will become an issue in the election campaign. This will be the first assembly election since COVID-19 disrupted normal life. So, since the pandemic was started because of COVID-19, this will be the first assembly election. And the performance of the governments on the health and economic fronts will become an issue in the election campaign. So, in this COVID-19 situation, in this pandemic, it will be very crucial to follow some precautions so that we could save ourselves from not getting infected by the coronavirus. So we need to manage all the health issues and the economic issues. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's record for 15 years is mixed. So Nitish Kumar has been the Chief Minister of Bihar for 15 years, and all his career was mixed. Means it was not clear. His reputation was not clear. It's like a mixed message. After initial improvements in governance, after he took over in 2005, there was an evident downslide, culminating in the bungled handling of the pandemic. So Mr. Nitish Kumar actually started as a president, as a chief minister for Bihar in 2005, and until now, means until 2020, for a straight 15 years, he has continued his post or career. But actually, when he first took up his post as the chief minister of Bihar, he was doing good, and he was making many reforms or many improvements. But gradually, there was a clear downslide in his career as a CM, culminating in the bungled handling of the pandemic. So even the same thing happened in the pandemic. He even mishandled the situation of pandemic. He deserted the BJP in 2013 and won the 2015 assembly election in alliance with the RJD, only to return to the BJP's embrace soon. So he resigned from BJP in 2013, and he had joined the RJD edition. But after he won the election, he again returned to BJP. His popularity is waning while BJP is on the defensive on the questions of border security, economic stagnation, farmer backlash. The popularity which Mr. Nitish Kumar had before joining BJP was very more, and now it is decreasing so much. The state and the center jointly and separately mismanaged the return of migrant workers from other states to Bihar during the lockdown. So the states and the center, they have messed up a job. It is managing the transfer of the migrant workers from various states like Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and etc. to the state of Bihar. They have held together to distract the debate from substantive issues to use emotive rhetoric. And now they are using emotional skills or emotional ways to to cover up their problem. The suspected suicide of a film actor who hailed from Bihar is being used by both parties to fan castle and parochial emotions. So the suicide of the actor means the suicide of the actor Sushant Singh Rajput, and he was from Bihar. So they are using his death as his suicide, or his death as an emotional way to cover up their problems. The brazenly partition conduct of Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairperson Harivansh, a member of the GDU, during the monsoon session is being hailed as an adherence to Bihari ethos, and his critics are being labelled anti-Bihar. The brazenly partition conduct means the shameless, or kind of shameless. So the kind of shameless. So the shameless conduct of Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairperson Harivansh, and he's a member of GDU. And during the monsoon, the statements which he have given, because of those statements, people are thinking that he is anti-Bihar, means he is against Bihar in a particular way. It is not that the NDA is free from internal squabbles. Means even the party of NDA is having some fights between them. Union Minister Ramvilas Paswan is sulking after the entry of another Dalit leader, Jiten Ram Majhi, into the alliance. So in the sentence, all these lines which we just read in this paragraph, they say that even the political party NDA has various fights going on between them, and one of the main one is that after the new Dalit leader came into the party NDA, the old one was sulking, and he became silent and he had a bad mood. Still, the social coalition of upper caste, non-Yadav backward caste, and considerable segments of Dalits behind the NDA is largely intact as the campaign formally begins. Still, the social coalition of upper caste, non-Yadav backward caste, and considerable segments of Dalits. So the group of Dalit caste and the remaining groups, they and considerable segments of Dalits behind the NDA is largely intact as the campaign formally begins. So these groups or these formations, they do not get affected, or they won't get changed as the campaign formally begins, means as the campaign officially begins. It is not unbreachable, but the opposition commanded by the RJD leader Tejaswari Pratap does not appear battle ready. So NDA is not unbreachable, means we can defeat it, but the RJD leader, RJD leader does not look ready for a battle with NDA. Even that is unbreachable, it is not unbreachable NDA. The NDA RJD may not be able to defeat them this time because of their leader. The RJD, the Congress, and the left might ultimately form an alliance, but not before more bad blood is generated and confusion spread among their supporters. So the political parties RJD, NDA, and the left, all of them, they might come together and form one party. They might do this before there will be more problems or fights between their supporters. This will be the first Bihar Assembly election in 30 years in which Lalu Prasad is not the central campaigner. So Lalu Prasad has been a central campaigner for many times, and for the first time after 30 years, this assembly election does not include him. The junior Yadav is often compared unfairly to his father. The junior Yadav is unfairly often compared to his father. Means people compare him and his father together, and that seems a bit unfair. Hamstrung by his siblings and dealing with a changed social environment, he has the tough task of selectively appropriating his father's legacy and selectively disowning it. So he's not having a good time. His siblings are not supporting him, and he must continue his father's legacy. And he also should take off the unnecessary things in his father's legacy, and he should set everything up, and he should start continuing his father's legacy. Muslims constitute nearly 17% of the state's population, and it will be interesting to watch how the DNA and the RGD led alliance address them regarding the national population register and allied concerns. So, in BJP population, 17% is Muslims. So, it will be very fascinating to see how the political parties RJD and NDA will use this information to their favor. The election will be a health check of Indian democracy in the post-pandemic era. Now, if we conduct the assembly elections, after they have implemented, we will find out whether the Indian democracy is going on in the right path or not. There is a potential for a new imagination in Bihar, but unfortunately, that is not visible on the horizon yet. Of course, there is a new fortune, new future, or a new imagination for Bihar, but it just seems that that fortune or that imagination is not going to come any soon. It's going to take a very long time. Thank you.